A look at Victory Field this morning live. Also Hardball is what this movie is from.
I was going to say, this is a good baseball
It is a good
song.
one. Yes, I remember seeing this movie in theaters. Well, it's opening day here in the Circle City for the Indianapolis Indians. So coming up in about 15 minutes, we're going to check back in with Matthew Foltz, who's letting us know all the things that fans can expect a little bit later today.
Yeah, such a great season ahead for the Indians. Looking forward to it. But if you are headed out there tonight, we know that's a tradition for many families to head out to the home opener. You will need a jacket.
Yeah, it's going to be a little cool, but still in the 50s, and we'll take that. I'll tell you, this day means a lot to me, ladies, because when baseball season starts, you're on the way to summer.
Yeah.
I mean, you are on the way. Ain't no stopping us now. But we do have a crisp and cool morning. In fact, take a look at Indianapolis and Carmel, both cities right now at 30 degrees. Boy, is that a lot colder than it was yesterday at this time. We are dry here in Indy, but look what's happening to our north and west. Winter storm warnings over much of Minnesota. Look at the heavy snow moving from the Dakotas into Minnesota, and then this area of rain. We're watching that. That's not much. It's about 150 miles, but that's the beginning of a storm that is really going to expand and move here tomorrow. First things first, what's going on now? Only 28 in Crawfordsville, 28 in Greenfield. Shelbyville, you're at the freezing mark, but from Fishers to Pendleton, from Newcastle to Noblesville, it's 30. You Quakers in Plainfield at 31 and 33 in Bloomington and in Bedford this morning. My goodness, what a start to the day. Really chilly out there. 13 degrees cooler than yesterday in Indy, 16 degrees cooler in beautiful Muncie. And it is April Fool's Day, but no joke, this is what the forecast looks like. We're going to keep it dry in the 50s later today with a high of 57. Now, this storm system that's developing out west could bring severe weather over a big swath of the nation and the plains. And tomorrow that storm system moves in here, a better chance for severe storms, possibly significant in nature in southern Indiana, but we're all under an enhanced risk of severe weather tomorrow, and I'll explain why that's happening in just a few minutes. We do need to get caught up on traffic. I know we were picking up some cones, slowing things down a while ago. How are we now?
It's still in progress. Okay. Yeah, so things are slowly getting better here on the north side. We still have a little bit of a backup. This is just past where that construction zone was on 465 westbound at US 31. So it does look like everything has cleared basically past Meridian Street, but just a little farther back to the east, there's a little bit of some delay as they are still out there kind of clearing out this. Also, that ramp from US 31 northbound on the 465 westbound, that's still temporarily blocked, but should open here momentarily. Still looking at about a 5-minute slowdown across the north side of town. Also near the south side, we've got a crash blocking the right travel lane. This is 65 northbound, where you continue northbound to those collector lanes eventually toward the north split. Not a major issue here, but we'll continue to watch that and let you know if it causes a bigger backup or when it clears.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. Well, right now we're working to learn more about a chase that happened near the airport. We had this as breaking news for you last night at 11.
This morning, police still haven't shared any details, but here's what we do know at this hour. The chase started on the southwest side, and our INDOT cameras captured a long line of police cars following a car at a low speed near the airport. Our crews at the scene did witness several law enforcement agencies near Kentucky Avenue and Interstate 465.
Now, police were trying to communicate with that person in the vehicle, apparently. So far, police have not shared any other information on that chase. We'll, of course, keep you posted.
We are hearing from city leaders after an unfortunate violent weekend in Indianapolis.
More than 10 people shot, including 2 teenagers killed just hours apart near 42nd and Mithofer. Police tell us someone on Sunday shot and killed 19-year-old Isaiah Booker. His body was found near a dumpster at Carriage House East Apartments.
Hours later, down the street, police found 2 teens shot at a gas station. One of them, 17-year-old Taiwan Jones, who later died. City leaders say a crime affecting young people is far too common in this area.
These are the ones that we want to target because these are going to be our young people who are actively going to be in the community, going into the workforce.
By the time they get to us, at this age, it's too late. And so we all have to do better at getting upstream and getting these youth when we can.
So far, no arrests in any of those shootings from Sunday. In just a few hours, Orlando Mitchell will learn his sentence in the murder of Crystal Walton. The jury convicted him of her murder. It happened outside of an Indianapolis daycare in September of 2022. Walton had a protective order against Mitchell in place at the time and had even warned police she was afraid he would kill her. Sentencing for Mitchell is set for 9 this morning. Rich and I will be in the courtroom and have updates for us on this later today on 13 News.
People across the state are working to clean up after those strong storms hit Indiana yesterday. So far, 2 tornadoes confirmed in northern Indiana and 2 storm-related deaths have also been confirmed in that area. Crews from the National Weather Service say that it was straight-line winds that moved through Bartholomew County. Hail also affected this area. We spotted fallen trees and power lines. Bartholomew County REMC brought in additional help to get the power back on.
It's really a group effort, everybody coming out working as a team. We're all on the same team. We want the same accomplishment. We want to get the roads open. We want to get everybody's power back on.
It is. It's kind of like, you look around, that house is fine, everything over there is fine. It's just like it dropped in on the house and then took back up again.
Well, the sheriff there tells us that he knows that time is running out ahead of the next storm, so he says his goal is to get everything cleaned up and the power back on by Wednesday. Let's show you some damage in northern Indiana now, where you can see some buildings in Michiana Shores just left in pieces. That is in LaPorte County. Cameras captured the debris on the ground, power lines down, and just trees falling across the street.
About 6:06, Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith taking some tough questions from Hoosiers during a town hall last night. It's following a series of other town halls in Indiana with some lawmakers also taking heat from their constituents. Some waited more than an hour to ask Beckwith questions last night while he was in Franklin City Hall. He did cover a range of topics, including education and paying for road projects. Beckwith also hearing from Hoosiers about social media posts on his campaign page criticizing Center Grove Community Schools over the school having an LGBTQ flag up in a classroom. Beckwith says he welcomes the chance to talk with Hoosiers and hear more about their concerns.
I knew I was walking into a little bit of a lion's den, but that's a good thing, because if there's a question that I can't answer, then I either don't know it or I'm wrong and I need to change.
The Lieutenant Governor's team says they are planning more events like these. Exact dates and times have not yet been announced.
This morning, we're also hearing from Congresswoman Victoria Spartz.
As she hosted her own town hall meetings that got very fiery at times. One was on Friday in Westfield, a second Saturday in Muncie. Well, the crowd at the Westfield Town Hall was so large they had to actually change venues.
Spartz represents Indiana's 5th district that is north of Indianapolis and stretches from Hamilton County to the Ohio border. Spartz tells CNN that she doesn't think many of the people at those events actually live in her district.
They wanted to make sure they get in, little professional protesters, agitators, they do it in other places, that they get in first, that they can flood the room, that a lot of legitimate constituents couldn't even come. So a lot of them probably are constituents. We have a very diverse district, but they represent extreme left, not represent really the Indiana 5th district, because majority of people in my district don't want violence.
Well, recently, we have seen Hoosiers hold meetings without their representative. Sunday, voters in Indiana's 4th congressional district gathered without Congressman Jim Baird. They say that he never answered their invitation. 13 News did reach out to Baird's office about future town halls. We did not get a response.
Now, Democrat Andre Carson has held a couple of town halls as well. We're told he has another one planned, but his office did not have a date set yet. We'll, of course, pass that along once we know it. Well, at first this morning, inside the newly renovated Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum.
Yeah, take a look here. The facility has been closed for a little while now. So now it's nearly time for fans to check out the $60 million renovation. We're talking about 40,000 more square feet of exhibit space. Visitors can now access the basement.
Plus, a new mezzanine for racing artifacts, and the cars, they are still there and pretty much the show. You can see the ones that have crossed the finish line first and made history.
Making the museum accessible and entertaining for the next generation to tell that history, 116-year history of the Speedway, is critical for a modern time. So fans can still come and experience and look at it and the vehicles and the artifacts, but also the hands-on learning will give them an experience that they didn't have before.
The museum officially reopens tomorrow. Well, a big come-from-behind win for the blue and gold at home last night against the Sacramento Kings.
It seems like they like keeping us on our toes lately.
Let's wait till the end,
yeah,
guys.
all the way
spoil it early.
They took the court without Miles Turner and Ben Mathurin, but they were able to get it done, 111 to 109. So let's fast forward all the way to the last minute of the game. Pacers get this clutch three-point dagger from Pascal Siakam to take the lead and ultimately the game.
Aaron Naismith led all Pacer scorers with 24 points last night. Tyrese Halliburton notched another double-double with 18 points and 11 assists. Next up, a home game against the Charlotte Hornets. That, by the way, is tomorrow, tip-off at 7. Good morning, Chuck.
Hey, good morning. At 6:10, we've got an okay day today, 57, but look what happens tomorrow. We'll be under a risk of severe weather as we track storms, the high near 80. But my goodness, we have hail and lightning and flooding all in play. We'll have more on that in just a bit. But Matthew, good night for baseball this evening.
Yeah, Chuck, that is right. Batter up. We are here at the Victory Field getting ready for the opening day, home day, I should say, for the Indianapolis Indians. I got my bat ready to get my swing on, but coming up here, you'll be hearing from Indianapolis Indian leaders as we prepare for opening day. We'll tell you about some of the good promotions that are happening tonight and this week as we open for the Indians here at Victory Field.